Really, there's 5, and actually I'll give you a 6th, simple steps that families can take, information they can put together that will make the application process easy. Right now, unfortunately, it's hyped up to be, crazy complicated. Tell you what, parents and students, obviously you're going to have to fill out usually an online application, an essay. Secret is most of the essay questions are all the same, so obviously, if you change some basic details, which I want to make sure you do, you can reuse a lot of those essays. But
you can, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Although I tell you what, I was working in a university, and I had a lot of students that would write and go, Pepperdine's my #1 choice, and I wasn't working at Pepperdine. So as an admissions counselor, I was glad to let them go to Pepperdine. It was like, well, you clearly recycled that essay, so make sure you change the details.
Like to whom it may concern.
Right, yes. But speaking of to whom it may concern, every college application also asks for references. There are 3 types of references you want to get: professional, personal, and academic. Now, for colleges, you're going to need academic references from an academic teacher. There's a couple tricks that can help you guys. 1, make sure that they state the type of reference it is. So in other words, your teacher is going to say it is an honor to offer this academic reference for Kim Jeffries. Why? Because all the references sound the exact same, right? And for universities, because they have strict requirements, if it doesn't clearly identify that it's an academic or a personal reference, they often won't accept it. So have that, and have these references give you the letter of recommendation first, sign it, give it to you, scan it, and then reuse it, because it sucks to have to keep going back to the well time and time again for every college you apply for. Guys, you can streamline this process. Collect the references yourself, and then submit them yourself.
Why does it sound suspiciously like applying for a job?
It is, and actually, all of these things I'm going to tell you are the same exact resources you'll need to get a job and to get scholarships. So if you have your application and essay, you collect these 3 types of references, you make a killer, well-rounded resume. Include that for your college application as well, because I tell you what, when I was in admissions, I got thousands of applications that all looked the same, and students always submit just what they need to submit. But those students who went above and beyond, now I'm not talking about like coming in with the mariachi band, I'm just talking simple stuff that makes you look good.
Maybe it'll help.
Right, it could. I like that. But if you send a great resume that tells me as an admissions counselor at a university that you're going to be successful, you've got my attention. So that resume will be a great help. Obviously, your official transcripts from your high school. And the last and most important thing that people often miss, personal contact. Pick up the phone and call your admissions counselor. Why? Because people make decisions based on 2 things. Do I like you, and will you benefit me? As a university, are you going to benefit our school, but heighten our brand? And I always admitted those students that I liked over and above the students who were just a piece of paper. So make sure you have your son or daughter call their admissions counselor, or will increase their opportunity to get in there.
Yeah, a personal interaction helps,
absolutely. It distinguishes them. Instead of just being a piece of paper that I can deny, you're now a person.
And it also shows the admissions counselor you want to get into that school. Just like that, it shows the H&R person you want that job.
Absolutely. And the difference is, and that's important for parents, instead of it just being, so many students and parents spend a ton of money, too much, by the way, applying to 20 different colleges. Who wants to go to their 20th choice university? You want to go to your top choice university. Don't waste your money on 100 applications. Pick 5 that you like. And then be intentional about pursuing those and going, look, University of California, Los Angeles, you are my top choice, and let me tell you why. As opposed to it just being a shot in the dark. Because those applications, you can tell. When they're just throwing the dice and hoping something catches. Be intentional, and you'll learn.
But if you don't have the grades, if you don't have the high school grades, you should know that in advance, right? That you don't stand a chance of getting into UCLA, say?
Yes and no. Here's the deal. A couple mythbusters. Well, first of all, you can hedge against that proactively. Go to collegeboard.com. Put in the name of the school you might be thinking about, and in the admissions tab, it will tell you the type of requirements you're up against. Make sure you have those classes. Make sure you achieve for those grades while you're in high school. But if you haven't done that, so many of the students we work with have gotten into the UCLAs, and they didn't have the high test scores. They didn't have the high grades. Why? Because that personal contact actually goes a long way. I mean, if you're going to hire somebody, are you going to hire the person who has the best resume or the person you want to work with? the person you want to work with. Nobody likes to bring somebody on that sucks. So that personal
That's my mantra right there.
Right? That
Yeah,
personal contact goes, I know, I'm really formal here today, but that personal contact goes a long way. And so if students can distinguish themselves, it's really going to increase their opportunity, even if they're behind the slope as far as grades and SAT scores are concerned.
Well, I can tell that this really gets your creative juices flowing when we mention stuff like this. And Kyle, what do you think about it?